Viewers, I'm excited to welcome you to the Genevieve Kibbumba YouTube channel. Have you ever wondered what happened when Jacob finally knew? The story of Joseph in Genesis is about a man who lived on a big bad lie for a long time. Jacob's sons lied to him that his beloved son Joseph, from a beloved wife, had been eaten by wild animals. They even had evidence to that effect. Joseph's coat of many colors was right there in front of him, full of blood, a sure sign that Joseph was no more. Joseph's mother, Rachel, was also dead. Definitely, this was double tragedy for Jacob. He mourned, and maybe he performed the last funeral rites if it was applicable in their land. Every time Jacob looked at Benjamin, Joseph's brother, he remembered Rachel and Joseph. He loved and protected Benjamin, who was the balance. He protected him like his navel. He mourned and kept quiet. He abstained from food and ate again. He finally resigned to himself that he would one day join Joseph and Rachel in death. He accepted. History will tell us how far and how long this lie lasted. When Jacob thought of the dreams his son Joseph used to tell him, he knew he had misunderstood them. They must have meant something else. But what else could they have meant? He wondered. Then famine struck Canaan. There was no food in the land. Jacob had to fend and feed the family, which was not a small family. It had 70 family members. In everything and in every situation, God is saying something. There was food in Egypt, so Jacob sent his sons to Egypt for food. He gave them money to buy. He didn't send them to beg. When they reached Egypt, guess what? It is Joseph to give them food, the brother they had sold. He is in charge, and he's the prime minister of Egypt. The story starts unfolding itself until the brothers discovered themselves in front of their own brother to their shame. What a shock. They have only one way to go, just go on their knees and repent and apologize. Joseph accepts them. He sends them for his brother Benjamin. When finally he sends chariots he then finally sends chariots to pick his father Jacob. When the brothers returned with the news of Joseph being in Egypt, did they tell the truth of the past to their father Jacob? It's the question. How did they go about it? We don't know. But Jacob met Joseph anyway. Many questions were in Jacob's mind. He must have wanted to know how a dead boy who was eaten by wild animals ended up in Egypt. When he finally knew the truth from whomsoever, how did he look at his sons that did what they did? The answer is simple. If Joseph had forgiven his brothers, why should Jacob not forgive his sons? The reason was they meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Jacob forgave them. He could not refuse to reconsider. Joseph, the victim, had forgiven the perpetrators. What reason did Jacob, the third party, have not to forgive? If the sons had not done what they did, they would have died of famine. The means was ugly, but the end was justifiable. Jacob went through hell. But when he finally knew the truth, the news was too good to hold any grudge anymore. At his death, he blessed all his sons with blessings, giving Joseph a double portion of a blessing. When Jacob knew the truth, he forgave completely. He remembered Jacob's dreams. He remembered Joseph's dreams of long ago. They had to be fulfilled by all means. His sons, though unknowingly, had done the perfect will of God. It was the perfect will of God that Joseph be honored even by his own family, as per the dreams he used to have. Jacob had to forgive and accept the facts. The end justifies the means. When Jacob finally knew, he forgave. You also should forgive.